I think you were really the one who first said, this is fake news. This isn't a racist incident by the boy. It's racism against him.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. When this first came out, people were jumping down my throat. They were so angry because I was a little hard on the Native American far left activist, but it turned out I was right and they were wrong, and a lot of them still haven't apologized.
Yeah, there were so many elements of fake news in it. I mean, one of the early versions of the video that was circulated, the sound was off, so the allegation that the boys were taunting the man couldn't be instantly disproven. Then a video of the Indian activist saying he was taunted with "build that wall" was proved false when the audio was finally released. And there's one more point, and I think you were the first to report this. That Native American, whose real name is not Nathan Phillips, by the way, he is not a Vietnam veteran. He never served in Vietnam, and he's a perpetual liar about it. That's what we call stolen valor. Every single element about this was fake news. How did you know, Cassandra? Everyone else was saying, yikes, it looks real, and I don't want to speak against the tide because I don't want someone to call me racist. How did you know in your bones this whole thing was a hoax?
Well, I'm a mom, and apparently, it seems that a lot of these liberal journalists and celebrities who immediately jumped on bashing these kids have never been around teenage boys. The fact of the matter is, when kids are uncomfortable, they do awkward things. They look awkward and they kind of freeze up. And I've seen this happen in person. Like when an adult confronts a younger child or a teenager, they freeze up, they feel awkward, and that's what happens. And I immediately recognized that. And I was like, he's not being smug, he's uncomfortable. Have you people never been around children?
Yeah.
And so I was immediately angry at this man who was confronting and harassing these children, and mad at everybody who was blaming the kids. They were victim blaming him. Like, why is an adult man confronting these children? That was my immediate reaction.
Yeah. On yesterday's show, I played about 4 minutes worth of the drumming in his face. I sped it up because just to sit and watch that for 4 minutes would be too much. We played it in fast forward. It was still excruciating watching this man, 64-year-old man, pound a drum in the face of he's 16, so he's not a child of tender years. I would not have had the patience and self-control to take that kind of physical invasion of space and abuse without comment. I don't have that child, that 16-year-old boy, and even in that interview with NBC, showed more restraint than I certainly would have, Cassandra.
Yeah, these kids are amazing. They're such good kids. Right now there's a GoFundMe that is raised. I haven't even looked at it today, but last night it was over 30 grand. They want 100% of the money to go to Students for Life. These kids, they were in town protesting on behalf of unborn babies. These are good kids. And as Nick said, he was standing in silent prayer, hoping that by being calm, he would de-escalate the situation. What they did was more adult than how any adult that I know would have handled this at all. I mean, I'm proud of them. I think they're amazing kids, and it's horrifying what's being done to them.
That's an excerpt from the Ezra Levant Show. Every day I do a video monologue and then I interview an interesting guest, and then I end by reading my hate mail. But you've got to subscribe to it, which you can do at therebel.media/shows.